What's up, guys? It's Wally. Today we're going to be doing some battles with the Lightning Rod Eviolite Rhydon. So we're doing viewer battles this week, which we do every single Friday over on twitch.tv/WallyTheBandit. So if you guys are interested, make sure to come on over and join us. But when we're doing viewer battles, I ended up coming across a Rhyperior, which actually got me thinking about Rhydon because I remember back in Generation 1 having to face Giovanni with that Rhydon, and I remember that was actually a pretty tough battle. So I thought that now that we have Rhyperior, it'd be really cool to slap that Eviolite on Rhydon and see what we can do. And don't get me wrong, I know that its base special defense is pretty pitiful at a 45 base stat, but when you put that Eviolite on, it actually becomes manageable, especially if you invest some of the EVs in that special defense. And since you do have that 120 base stat for its physical defense, that's going to get even bulkier, and that's extremely nice. And when you have an attack stat at 130, you're already pretty strong. So really, even if you want to invest a lot in that special defense as well as the HP, that attack stat is already pretty strong. So that high horsepower and any other stab move that you want to put on it is still going to be extremely strong. But not just that, but it also has the ability Lightning Rod, which is great because it draws any electric move into it. And even though it only boosts the special attack, which really isn't going to help Rhydon at all, it's really nice because if you end up terrestrializing into flying like this one is, or if you end up putting something out like the Samurott, Tornadus, or something else that's going to be weak to the electric, you're going to end up drawing that in, and Samurott, Tornadus, Ogerpon, if it ends up terrestrializing, are all going to be extremely safe. And plus, again, Rhydon does have a good amount of bulk because of the EVs invested, along with that Eviolite, so it's going to be pretty hard to take that thing out. So the moves that we have on this thing are that high horsepower, which is going to be a stab move. And I know that we don't have a rock move, and in fact, we can actually replace Roar with a rock move at some point, but I'll explain that in just a moment. But we also have Smart Strike, which is really great as well because that doesn't check accuracy. And again, if you end up facing like the Alolan Muck, Smeargle, Flamigo strategy, that Smart Strike is actually going to be really great because even though you could go with the Heavy Slam, which does end up bypassing the accuracy checks as well, if a Pokemon ends up going for Minimize and does double damage, that's not going to do it into something like the Flamigo, which ends up copying the stat changes. So if they end up doing that, or another Pokemon ends up going for a Psych Up and ends up taking those stat changes as well, the Heavy Slam isn't going to get that same benefit. So that's why I feel like Smart Strike, which is something that's going to bypass the accuracy anyways, I think that's still going to be really good. And with that Alolan Muck anyways, that thing is still pretty heavy, and Rhydon only is, I think, like 250 pounds, something like that. So even though it is still pretty heavy, the Alolan Muck is pretty heavy too. So you're not going to get a huge multiplier on it, and even though you are going to get double the damage, again, it's not really going to affect something like the Flamigo if it ends up copying the stats. So again, that's something that's really nice about the Smart Strike. And then last but not least, we do have the Roar as well. And two reasons why we have this. So number one, if they do have Pokemon in the back, and they do end up having something like a Trick Room setter, or they have something that is going to go with like the Minimize, we can always go for the Roar, push them back, have them lose all those stat changes, or make it so that they don't end up going for the Trick Room, and we pretty much get the next turn all to ourselves. And even though Roar does have a -6 priority, it's still going to be nice to be able to actually, push out a Trick Room setter and also be able to get rid of those stat changes as well. And you can do that with the Shelter as well if you end up going against something like Goodra. You can do that with any other stat change as well. So Roar is a really great move for that. And not just that as well, but we have two Pokemon here that end up setting hazards with their moves or their abilities. So Samurott with the Ceaseless Edge will end up setting spikes, and Glimmora, if it ends up getting hit by a contact move, that Toxic Debris will go out as well, and you'll be able to poison a lot of Pokemon. So with the Rhydon, you can always go Roar into a Pokemon, it'll push them out, bring out another Pokemon, and that Pokemon, if it ends up hitting the terrain, will get affected by the poison, unless it's a Steel type, and will also take some damage from the spikes. So that's why it's really nice to be able to have that Roar on there as well, to be able to get some extra damage, because you'll be able to get that residual damage from those hazards. So again, that's the other reason why we have Rhydon with the Roar as well. Again, we can always take that off and end up putting something like Terra Blast, or we can put Rock Slide or something like that as well. But again, just for the memes, we decided to go with Roar. So again, I'm really excited to use this team. We ended up using it on stream earlier today, and so I'm really excited to see if we can do some more stuff on the ladder with it. So we'll get into the battles, but before we do, as always, if you guys are new here, just tab and chat, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. If you guys do enjoy the video, please make sure to drop a like too. Well, let's get into the battles. All right, let's see if we can start off on the right foot here. Now, it looks like they do have a range setter as well as two other Tailwind options, actually. Here's what we're going to do is we're going to start with Torn, and we're also going to... I'm actually going to go out with Samurott as well. And then in the back, we're going to bring Rhydon and... I think we're going to end up bringing Glimmora as well. It'd be nice to have a good special attacker that's not going to get absolutely wrecked in one hit. Yeah, that's going to work for me. Let's go with those guys. Plus, those are both the hazard setters, too. Now, I will say if we do end up facing Steel, you know, the Toxic Spikes won't do anything, but at least the Spikes still will. And that's what we really want to get off here on this first one, is that Ceaseless Edge. But let's see who they end up even sending out. Pelipper and Goodra. Okay, cool. Alright, here's what we're going to end up doing then, I think. Because they're probably going to go for a Shelter. Let's go for a Taunt to start. And let's go for the Ceaseless Edge up into Pelipper. Plus, that'll be a good way to stagger the Tailwind as well. So we'll have one extra turn of Tailwind after this one. Yeah, because I feel like it's going to be a Shelter Tailwind. It's good. Now, the Tailwind, we'll get ours up too, of course. Or Acid Armor, Shelter, same move. I think the difference is just the amount of PP that they both have. Let's go. Appreciate that. Let's get our Tailwind, and let's go for the Ceaseless Edge again. We'll set another round of spikes as well. I think it's... Sorry, I've not put hazards up like in a long time. I think it's either 2 or 3 levels of spikes. I want to say 3. I could be wrong though. I'm going to have to look that up later. But at least we can put another round up here. And I'll do a little extra damage with whoever they would bring out next. Let's go. Pelipper next. Ooh, they hit the Hydro Pump. It's fair. It's a good way to take out Torn, of course. That's fine. We'll get the Ceaseless Edge. They'll probably still go for a Body Press, but thankfully we'll tank it pretty decently, I guess. I'm hoping. Oh, or they're going to go for a Breaking Swipe. That's fair, too. All right. Not ideal, per se, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. And I just realized that's just regular Goodra. I don't know what I was thinking. My bad. I guess I'm just so used to seeing the Hisuian one that I wouldn't expect anything different. Ooh, and here comes Kingdra, of course. A little bit of spikes, though. I feel like... I really feel like I need to save the... I'm going to save Terra on this one. Let's go with the Protect. And, let's go for the Ceaseless Edge up there, too. I don't know if I want to Terra yet, though. That's the question. Wow, okay. That Confusion's not good, though. It's okay. We'll be all right. He's not going to hurt himself in Confusion. Well, never mind. It did. Go for the Breaking Swipe again. I can't remember if that did enough to be able to KO. Nope. Cool. Alright, Goodra shook off the taunt. That'll be alright, though. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to tear into Flying. Let's go for the high horsepower over into Kingdra. And I'm going to go for the Sacred Sword over into Goodra. And let's try to pick them up. we'll see. We'll see, because I would imagine they're going to go for the whatever water move that they would have over into Rhydon on this one. Okay. My bad. I guess I was just expecting that because... I don't even know. There's that acid armor. Not great, but we'll get the high horsepower. Almost KO Kingdra. Their Tailwind's gone, which means we have the Tailwind, or we have the... Ooh, no we don't. No we don't. Yeah, just because of the rain being up, though. That's the unfortunate thing. We'll still try with Glimmora, but I think Kingdra is going to be faster, though. Let's go for the high horsepower over to Gudra, and let's go for the... Go for the power gem into Kingdra. They're probably still going to outspeed because of... Oh, no, we do. Okay. Good, I was going to say, because they are Swift Swim, or presumably Swift Swim, that they may have outsped, but no, thankfully we still take it. We got the high horsepower. It's good damage for being +1, or +2, pardon me. Yeah, that's not great, but we're going to be alright, though. We're going to be alright. Glimmora, thankfully, doesn't really drop its attack at all. And all that. But the good thing here now is whoever they bring out, assuming it's not a Flying Mon. Ooh, it could be Archaludon now that I'm thinking about it. Sorry, I'm just thinking about too many things at once right now. Okay, it's Roaring Moon. So we actually get the Toxic Spikes and the Spikes as well. So there we go. Some good damage right off the bat, and already getting that too. We appreciate that. Gonna be Proto Speed? Oh, that's not great. It's okay. I'm gonna just go for the high horsepower into Roaring Moon. No, we shouldn't do that, because they may end up terrestrializing into flying right here. I'm thinking about doing a double protect. I'm gonna go for a Smart Strike. I'm gonna go for a Spiky Shield on this one. Damn. That's okay, though. Oh, that's actually a big help. They do some damage to themselves, which is really nice for us. A little extra bit. They're still poisoned up there. Alright, yeah, we just need to take out... Honestly, we need to take out Gudra right now. That's probably one of the most important things. There we go. So we're going to go high horsepower into Gudra, and we're also going to go for the Sludge Bomb as well. We may as well. It's what we honestly probably should have done on that last one too, but it's alright. Maybe one turn too late, but at least we're doing it. I know, they're still trying to figure out their Terra too, but... Wow, Night Slash! I honestly was not expecting that at all. We'll get our Berry, which is nice. We'll get the Sludge Bomb. Poison? Let's go. That's huge. That's honestly really huge right now. Well, uh-oh. Yeah, it's not ideal. But hey, we get the crit right there too. Let's go, and Gudra is now gone. Okay, I think we're going to actually double protect on this next one. It allows me to see their Terra, and it also allows me to get the extra poison, and also protect us for a little bit too. So let's go. We got the protect, we got the Spiky Shield. Let's get them down a little bit further. And again, this may be a flying Terra. Maybe. Not even going for the Terra. Okay. Did they already terrestrialize and I just forgot about it or something? Oh, nice. Even better. That's great that they're going for Scale Shot. That actually might help us out a little bit, too. Because then they end up going down in defense, despite the fact that they do boost their speed. But either way. Yeah, no, they didn't terrestrialize. In all honesty, I'm going to go for the Smart Strike then, just in case they are a Flying Terra. And let's also go for the Power Gem. Okay, yeah, and they're going to continually crit. We just need to do enough damage where 2 turns of poison are going to knock out. And that's our hope. We are -1 or 2 right now, which is unfortunate, but that'll be alright. Their defense falls. That helps us out a little bit. Come on, be good. That's not bad. I think that's going to do it. And thankfully, I hate doing stallish type stuff, but I think that's going to allow us to win right here. Oh, how cheesy. But you know what? We still end up coming out with the victory, and thankfully Rhydon is the one out there at the end to really pick it up. So there we go. Good game. Well, looks like we got a solo dozo here. That's never great, don't get me wrong, but I think we'll be fine here. And it looks like they have 2 electric mons here as well, so I actually kind of like this matchup, to be honest with you. So let's go Tornadus, and let's also start with... Honestly, let's go Glimmora, because if we said Toxic Spikes, obviously it'll only affect 4 of their mons, because 2 of them are flying, but honestly, to be able to get residual damage on things like Dozo, hey, we'll take that all the time. And we'll also bring Rhydon, and I think we got to bring Ogerpon. I think that's going to be the smarter move, in all honesty. I think having that grass resistance is going to be really nice. Obviously not against like Tornadus or anything like that, but it'll be nice against a lot of the other mons. I mean, I guess the electric we're going to resist, or we're not going to have to deal with because of Rhydon anyways. But if Rhydon isn't in there, we'll have something to kind of deal with it. And I think we can actually take out Tornadus right here too. Speed, that's totally fine. We'll get our Tailwind up, and let's go with the Power Gem up there. And let's take out Tornadus as quick as possible. Because then we really don't have to worry about anything with the grass. Okay. Or I guess they're eliminating any chance that we would have to go for a Spiky Shield, I guess? Well, that's good. I didn't even think about Psyshock. But that's alright. That's actually really good to see that we would survive that. Obviously, just a little bit below half, but being able to have the... Ooh, are they Sash? Ooh, okay. But yeah, being able to go up with the berry and be able to make sure that we take one more is just so needed here. So let's do that, and... let's get the Sludge Bomb too. Why not? That's fine. If this is Dozo and we hit and we get the poison, we're in a good spot. That ain't it, but that's okay. We're still going to be fine here. It's okay. Good stuff. We got the crit on the 1 HP Mon, but that's okay. It's still okay. If we can get a poison here, that's going to be really great. We don't, but they do get their Citrus Berry. Now we have to deal with the Fake Out, which... in all honesty, especially if they bring out Flutter Mane, which they don't. That's got to be Dozo. Yeah, you bet it is. But it'll be fine. It'll still be fine. Now we can let them take us out. I think I might do that. I'm gonna taunt over there. I'm gonna try for the Sludge Bomb one more time too. Oh, they fake out over there. Nice. Okay, cool. So we'll get the taunt. We'll get the Sludge Bomb. Hopefully, we'll get the poison. Good damage. We don't, but they're taking a lot of residual here with that because they're taking. I don't remember if it's. I think it's a third. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly the residual on Wave Crash, but that's going to do a lot. Yeah, they're down to about a quarter now. And now let's bring out Rhydon, man. Let's do this. Now we don't have to worry about the Wild Charge or anything like that now. So really, realistically, there isn't much that Iron Hands is going to be able to do. And a lot of people, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but a handful of people don't know that Rhydon is a Lightning Rod Mon. So we're going to be great from that perspective. So let's do that. Let's tear into flying, and let's go for the high horsepower. That's not great because they're probably going to terrestrialize them. Don't tell me into flying. Okay, that's totally fine. That goes to neutral, but they're also weak to the Bleak Wind Storm now. And so I think we're going to be good here. As long as we hit our Bleak Winds, we're fine. So we're going to resist a close combat or Drain Punch, whatever they end up going with. And then Wave Crash is going to be in neutral. You've got to be kidding me. That's alright. We knock out Dozo. Totally fine with that right now. That's fine. They'll get the Drain Punch. It'll be a 2x stab. However, only, what was that, 32? Only 32 damage. They take back 16. Not much. We're going to get them down to about half of what they have left. Yeah. That's some good stuff. Let's go. Unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get spikes with Samurott. However, we didn't even bring Samurott. We have Ogerpon, so never mind. At least we get them poisoned. That's going to be actually really huge. Let's go with the Tailwind here. I'm going to go with a Protect right off the bat. We'll see what they end up going into. Probably into Torn at some point here. Probably going to be a Moonblast. Oh, they did that in the Rhydon. Okay, that's fair, because maybe they think they can go for the Wild Charge up into Tornadus here. Or Thunder Punch, but thankfully for us... Oh, okay, thankfully for us, they don't see the fact that we have Lightning Rod here. So that's honestly really huge. So let's go with the Bleak Wind Storm. And let's go with the Smart Strike over there, and let's see what we can do. Let's hope we can hit. That's totally fair. Alright, let's see. Can we get them down to half? We can. And then the Smart Strike, as long as we survive, which we definitely do, we end up picking this up. And goodbye to Flutter Mane. And now I think we have this. We have the speed. We have two Mons that are going to do some good damage into it. And I think we're good here. And Rhydon picking up another dub. You love to see that. You know what I mean? It's alright. We wanted Rhydon to actually pick this up anyways. And there we go. And even so, they were going to probably go for another Thunder Punch. Just to, you know, get the two flying Mons, and then they would have seen the Lightning Rod. And then that would have been game over anyways. So... even though we missed the Bleak one there at the end, still came out with the victory. Very happy about that. Good game. All right, now this is an interesting team. I don't know what to expect, necessarily. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring Tornadus because we'll be able to change the weather, which will be extremely nice. Now let's bring Samurott. Let's bring them again, and let's bring Rhydon. I know that's very, it's the word I'm looking for, repetitive for the teams that we've really been using, but, in all honesty, I like these 4. Again, it's nice because those are the 2 mons that end up setting up the hazards, and then we'll end up having Rhydon as well to be able to go with the Roar if we really need to push someone out and all that kind of stuff. The other fun thing, too, which we haven't gotten a chance to do here, but we got a chance to do on stream today, is to be able to roar away a Trick Room setter, which is always nice. So, I mean, I see a Trick Room setter here, however, we're not bringing out Rhydon right away, so hopefully we can just take care of them right off the bat. Depending on who they send out, we'll have to probably go for a Bleak Wind, and I still want to go for the Ceaseless Edge, but potentially the Aqua Cutter, depending. Well, we're not going for the... Well, actually, no, we still can, as a matter of fact. I think we might do that, too. I just want to make sure that they don't have... Well, they have Palafin, but I'm not afraid of that. Let's go for Rain Dance, and let's go for the Aqua Cutter over into Flutter Mane. And let's try to take that thing out right away. Build the speed... Oh, I meant to Terrastalize into water. Let's hope this doesn't bite me in the, you know... Thank you. We'll end up still losing them to an eruption, unfortunately. But that's just on me. That's on me for not clicking the right button. Ooh, overheats. They may end up going for or that may be eject button then. It sure is. It's alright. Bring them out, bring them out. Damn. Yeah, again, my bad for not terrastalizing there. That was my intent, but that's alright. Maybe that'll actually help us a little bit. Maybe then we can end up terrastalizing either Rhydon or Glimmora in the back. Either way, that works for me. Let's hope we're going to have enough HP here to be able to go for a... Bleak Wind Storm. Ooh, or depending on who they send out, we might just have to go for a Rain Dance. Either way, at least we get to see one of the mons that they end up bringing out. GU. Okay. That helps a little bit. Glimmora would be a better bring, but I'm going to bring Rhydon. I feel like that's just more fun, you know what I mean? I love that thing. Now, again, I said this on stream earlier and all that, but man, I should have just made this a full Giovanni team. That would have been a lot of fun. Just going back and looking at all the mons that he's had, you know, back in the past generations, and just kind of choose from those mons. And you know what? Now that we have Rhydon built, might be able to do that. Team probably wouldn't be that great, but still a possibility. That's fine. We're not gonna... Ooh, should we? Alright, well, we're gonna go for the Rain Dance again. And let's go for the high horsepower over into Chi-Yu. Nice. Okay, we'll take that. We'll probably end up getting earth-powered, but thankfully for us, that's not a stab for them. So we have a shot. Oh, goodbye, Chi-Yu. So long, buddy. Alright, so we took out Flutter and Chi-Yu. Now all we have to deal with is a Torkoal that is -2 with no sun that they can't take away. Or they can't, yeah, with no sun that they can't bring back. Pardon me. They can't take away the rain here. And again, -2, and then whoever their last mon is right here. Which we'll see in just one moment, hopefully. Rhydon doing some really good stuff here. And again, it's unfortunate we weren't able to set up any hazards and go for the roar here, but, you know, as long as we come out with wins, that's the most important thing. And again, I think they only have one Mon left, right? Yeah, because we took out Flutter and we took out Chiyu. Yeah. So we got Glimmora, which is going to take that thing down in an absolute instant. And single. Alright. Let's go Power Gem over there, and then let's Terra up here. And let's go for the high horsepower down there. Yeah, in all honesty, we have to take away the fighting weakness. That's the worst thing right now. The Dark is going to be rough, don't get me wrong, but we'll figure it out. Ooh, they still go Wicked Blow, though, but it ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Power Gem will bring him down to pretty much the end. Excuse me, they're going to just take him out right away. That is beautiful, and that's why I love Glimmora so much. Look at the high horsepower. That absolutely misses, but that's okay. That's okay, because I think that we end up taking this one. Go for the Sludge Bomb. Let's go for the high horsepower once more. That's fine. We don't go down. Ooh, that's close, though. But we'll get the Sludge Bomb. Beautiful. And the high horsepower finally. And that ends up finishing off Urshifu. And I'm very, very, very thankful that that was not a single or a Rapid Strike Urshifu. But either way, thankfully, Rhydon still on the field at the end there, and really being able to kind of take over the battle despite the fact that I missed a high horsepower. But either way, good game. So even though I made this team as kind of a more Mimi team, Rhydon actually works pretty well here. And being able to have access to Eviolite makes its physical defense, which I believe is 120, even bulkier, and then that 45 in special defense, manageable. You know, it's not going to be great, don't get me wrong, but still, it's going to make it so that Rhydon will actually be able to survive out there for a handful of turns. And again, actually having Lightning Rod, it makes it such a great partner for water, flying, and other mons that are going to be weak to the electric. So again, Tornadus, Samurott, Ogerpon, if it ends up terastallizing, are all great partners for Rhydon. And then the fact that we have Samurott and Glimmora, which both end up setting hazards, both Samurott with the Ceaseless Edge if that ends up hitting, and Glimmora with the Toxic Debris if it ends up being hit by a contact move. You'll be able to actually spread all of those hazards over there, and then Rhydon, if you end up wanting to go for the Roar, will be able to push them out and bring someone else back in, and they'll end up getting damaged by that and potentially poisoned if they end up hitting the field. Other than that too, though, if you end up seeing, again, a Trick Room setter, Roar is going to be really great to be able to push them out before they're able to actually use that. And again, having all of those benefits plus a 130 physical attack stat is just absolutely incredible. So that high horsepower, which is a great stab, and the Smart Strike, which is going to hit anything because it doesn't check accuracy, is going to do really well as well. And again, a really good counter to something like the Alolan Muck and Smeargle. So again, I'll think about actually making like a full Giovanni team since we already have the Rhydon, but I'll look into it and see if we can actually make this work. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the battles. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. We'll see you guys next time.